Senior Police Officer 4, Lito Africano. Lito is the personal security aide of the president. Lito was a member of the Special Reaction Unit, the PSG's assault team, while the president's mother was leading the country. From 1992 to 1998, Lito was reassigned to the Manila Police District. When President Noynoy ran for Congress in 1998, he tapped the services of Lito again until he became senator in 2007. When Noynoy ran for president in 2010, he was again at the president's side. Although he's not exactly sure why the president chose him, Lito says that he's proud of his job.
So they knew the risks that they took with me. And I did offer them, I said, we can come back after this is over. If you have families, you'd rather ensure that you can return them. But they didn't opt out. They were with me through all the dangers that we had to face. And up to now, the dangers that we're still facing.
Napakalaking karangalan talaga. Kung part man ako ng history, lalo napakalaking karangalan para sa akin, saka nulit ko sa aking pamilya.
His job takes him to every place that the president goes, including the shooting range. He is so close to the president that the president has even taught him his trademark shot, to split a playing card into two. The president gave him a .45 caliber pistol, the same kind of weapon that the president uses. He is grateful for the gift and always carries it with him as his backup piece.
Siya yung naunang naubusan, pwede kong ibigay yung natitira kong bala na may extra bala ako, pwede kong pahiram sa kanya kasi same caliber, same. Ganon din sa akin kasi halimbawa, wala akong bala at mayroon pa siya, pwede na ako.
Like his superior, Colonel Dizon, Lito says he is ready to sacrifice his life to save the president.
Ang expectation ng nakakarami nasa amin. Nasa amin yung nakasalalay yung kaligtasan ng Pangulo. Di baling ihalay namin ang buhay namin.
For Jay Morales, being the presidential photographer is a dream come true. When President Noynoy Aquino met with U.S. President Barack Obama in 2010, only 2 photographers were allowed to take pictures. One was Pete Souza, the official White House photographer. The other one was Jay.
Sinabihan ako ni Pete Souza na sabi niya wag daw ako mag-flash kasi disturbing dun sa pag-uusapan ng dalawa, and then yung mata ni Obama, ayaw rin yata niya ng may flash. So sinabi ko sa kanya na, okay, parehas tayo kasi yung presidente namin, ganun din, ayaw niya na may flash. So, halos parang magkaparehas sila ng pagdating kumbaga pa sa kinukunan ng litrato.
Jay used to be a photojournalist. He was recommended by the Friends of the President as an official photographer for the 2007 senatorial campaign. Jay's photographs immediately captured the president's heart.
He really does have an artistic eye. One shot that I remember was in that was either Araneta or Quezon Memorial Circle. He took a shot from the back. And I mean, I'm not too technical about it, but the lighting, the composition of it was really something else. It was a shot that was taken on the fly as opposed to something that was posed. But the quality of the shot that came afterwards seems to make you think that it was actually posed when it wasn't. So He had the quickness, presence of mind to be able to frame it, take it at that exact instant to deliver that particular effect that was produced by the final print.
Papasalamat ako at nakita ni Presidente yun at isang honor sa akin yun. Masaya ako na yung trabaho ko pala ay napapansin niya. Si Presidente kasi bihira siya pumuri ng isang trabaho.
While Jay admits that he's new to the team, he says that there's something in him that easily earned him the president's acceptance.
Siguro, lagi kasi ako nakangiti eh. Kasi gusto niya kasi nang nakangiti ka para approachable ang tao. Kumbaga, ayaw niya nung nagkatrabaho ka na nakasimangot ka. Gusto niya nagkatrabaho ka na masaya ka, nakangiti ka sa mga tao. Kahit pagod na pagod ka, kailangan mo pa rin ngumiti. Kahit naiinis ka na, ngiti ka pa rin. Kaya yun siguro yung nagustuhan niya sa akin.
June 12th, Philippine Independence Day. To most Filipinos, this is a time to celebrate their freedom from 300 years of Spanish colonial rule. For the president, this is one of the nation's biggest celebrations. But for the Presidential Security Group, this is one of their biggest security operations. Days before the Philippine Independence Day, a high-level closed-door briefing is held. The mission: to protect the president from assassins, terrorists, and other criminal elements. The Presidential Security Group is led by Army Colonel Ramon Mateo Dizon. An intelligence report says terrorist groups would disrupt the ceremonies using explosive devices. The PSG believes that this is the time enemies of the state would most likely strike. At the PSG grounds, security personnel are practicing hand-to-hand combat techniques to disarm assassins. All types of terrorist and assassination scenarios are considered and prepared for. In this scenario, the president is abducted and taken as a prisoner. Dizon checks their anti-tank weapons for the president's convoy.
We'll defend the president to the last breaths of our lives. You know, in PSG, we're taught to protect, no? And when you protect people, you should be willing to take, like they say, take the bullet if it has to come to that. And I have no doubt in my mind that every one of us will protect the President of the Republic, no matter who he or she will be.
"5 a.m. on the day the security personnel have been preparing for. The presidential convoy leaves the Malacañang grounds. Their destination, the shrine of the first Philippine president, General Emilio Aguinaldo in Kawit, Cavite, where the first Philippine flag was waved in 1898. In front is the president's limousine. Behind it is his close-in security aide, Lito, and his commander, Colonel Dizon. Like the security personnel, Jay, the official photographer, is keeping his eyes open not for hostile forces, but for the best possible pictures of the president. The presidential convoy religiously follows the traffic rules, stopping at traffic lights even if he has the privilege not to do so. There is no siren while the presidential convoy rolls through the streets of Metro Manila. From the viewpoint of security experts, this makes the president an easy target for would-be assassins. When the convoy stops at traffic lights, members of the PSG get ready to move out of their vehicles to secure their charge.
If you look at other heads of state and their convoy, it is seldom that you will see a presidential motorcade or presidential convoy stopping for the red light. But the president has made it known that he did not want to use any sirens or wang-wang, and that he would like to stop for the red lights. So then the PSG has to adjust to this. While we would rather not do it, we would also want to, as much as possible, allow the president or give the president what he wants to do.
At the Aguinaldo Shrine in Cavite, where Philippine independence was proclaimed, Castor, the food tester, is busy. He gives instructions to the food servers. Since they are not allowed to cook inside the more than century-old house, food was catered. And it's up to Castor to determine if it's safe to be eaten by the president. While Castor and company are working, the presidential convoy is fast approaching. Military helicopters, including the presidential helicopter, are providing air cover for the president and his men. Up next, men in charge of the president's safety take their positions as the presidential photographer records history through his lenses.